Hi everyone, welcome to Salt and Sanctuary NG Plus walkthrough part 2. Now we're gonna continue where we left off, and I wanted to talk a little more about things that I didn't talk in the previous part while you see me killing enemies and making my way to the next boss fight. The game has a local co-op. It doesn't have online co-op, and it's not a drop-in drop-out co-op. If you actually have to commit to actually begin the game with a friend or whomever she is, and you have to go through the entire game together. This is it's actually really fun. It's well integrated and it's really fun, but it's not a drop-in drop-out. So yeah, it's not I'm having trouble with the boss fight, please help me, and you know, your friend kind of helps you out. No, you can't actually do that, and the bosses get more health if you have co-op, if you have someone with you. So at the same time that you cannot do that, the game gets harder if you get another player. So yeah, I was actually kind of surprised that the game didn't have online. I was expecting some kind of invasion system, to be honest, just because it was so similar to the Souls saga or trilogy. Should I say trilogy? Yeah. Well, I'm counting Demon Souls as well, so yeah, I wasn't like, oh shit, it doesn't have online. Oh shit, it's a piece of fucking no. It wasn't that. It wasn't like that. It was just, I understood, like, this game was programmed by two guys. I mean, I'm sure Sony helped a little because the game has an exclusivity now. But yeah, they would have have to program an online system. They would have to that would have taken a lot of time and money. They would have to program. Not program, but they will have to make some sort of arrangement to have an online server to actually make the invasions, or program a P2P system out. I'm gonna explain this. This is a sanctuary that is already desecrated. I'm going to explain it. This is one of the limitations of my walkthrough. This is why it's an NG Plus walkthrough and not an NG. In an NG, you will reach this sanctuary and you will have no enemies here attacking you. You will have just the sanctuary, the checkpoint, you know, that's a parry. I'm going to start parrying big enemies. And you will have just to touch the middle of the checkpoint, even if it is a different creed than you, and you will just get the checkpoint. This is not going to work for me because I am a member of the Order of the Betrayer. And in this order, I basically spent my entire first playthrough desecrating sanctuaries. The mechanic of desecration is by using a special item that you get in the Order of the Betrayer, and you kinda convert the sanctuary to your own by killing everyone. You make all NPCs that you put there in the previous NG or in your current NG hostile. And when you kill those, it kind of spawns two sets. It has two sets of two enemies, two spawns. So you can see this is the first set, which was a mage and some sort of soldier, and now it's another mage and a fucking guy on a horse, which is really hard. And then you see the first death on the playthrough. This system kind of puts me off in the way that, see, I just edited out, but I have to come back to the sanctuary. So sanctuaries are actually like a mini boss for me. Sanctuaries are a place that I have to actually conquer before I can actually get the checkpoint. This makes things really a lot more difficult to me, especially when these fucking knights are hitting me for like half of my fucking health. Especially the horse, or if the magic hits me. The magic is really dangerous. So yeah, so this is one more of my limitations that I decided to put on myself because it's fun. It's actually fun for me as well to play like this, and it makes the walkthrough more enjoyable for me. and hopefully for you too, because you can get to see this mechanic that you wouldn't have seen if I would have made this on you know, on a new game, on a normal new game. And this fucking horse is a nuisance. I'm going to have to start pairing him any second now, because that's the way that you get the rider off the horse. Let me see if I parry him here. Now it's just going to keep hitting me, but I do survive. This is really close, but I do survive. See that my health bar is already diminishing? Oh, I'm fucking dead? Oh, I'm not dead. Wow, that was really close. See that my health bar is already diminished? Yeah, that's the mechanic that I told you. So parrying the horse is gonna get the knight off the horse, and now I'm going to fight the knight, and the knight can one-shot me with a shield bash if he does the shield bash. So I'm doing the parries because it's easier for me to do parries here than actually try to block, because my shield is blocking only 55 or 65% of the physical damage of the strikes, so it's actually not good at all for me to actually receive hits on the shield. So also, by the way guys, the game has an NC plus 7 in racing difficulty. You can go from NC to NC plus 7. Well, it's actually, see that it says expunged. Now you can actually set your own creed here and create the sanctuary. So it's really fun, and I'm going to show you in a subsequent part how to get into the Order of the Betrayer. So don't worry about it. So the game has the difficulty of a Souls or game or Bloodborne, in the way that you can go from NC plus to NC plus 6, or if you count NC plus as if you count NC as NC plus 1, then it's NC plus 7. It's just a technicality. The game stops being hard at NC plus 6. Is it raining? It's raining. It's raining again. I haven't seen the sun in like 2 fucking weeks here. Like, I'm really fucking missing the sun, and you won't catch me saying that much because I'm some sort of vampire. But really, it's just has been raining for like 2 weeks now. And I like rain. I love sleeping with rain. It relaxes me, and it's kind of nice. But 2 weeks with rain, it just stops. You know, it stops being that nice. So whatever. Let's go back to the topic at hand. Yeah, you can go to NC plus 6 with the game, and it will continuously get harder and harder, which is cool. I like it. It has a lot of replayability. I even heard that NC Plus, this game, NC Plus, has new items. I am yet to find a new item, to be honest, and I'm really... If you can hear, it's raining really hard. If you can hear the rain, guys, I'm really sorry. This mic catches everything: cars, rain, crickets. It fucking catches everything. It's a really good mic, but it also is too sensitive, I think. I'm going to try to get a mic that suppresses noises in the future, but yeah, expensive shit. So yeah. So coming back to the topic once again, the game has a hardcore mode integrated into the game, which is basically permadeath. The hardcore mode is permadeath, so there is a permadeath system already in the game, integrated into it, which is kind of nice. It's actually a nice idea, even though you can make the permadeath yourself, you know, by just resetting the game when you die. Why do I say that? Because the game doesn't reward you for getting through with the permadeath, because as soon as I saw that hardcore mode was permadeath, I went to the trophy site. The trophy, I don't remember the site, but the trophy place that lists trophies of PlayStation 3 and 4 games. and I looked for the hardcore mode trophy because I imagine, okay, if the game actually erases the data of the character if you died, then it surely gives you an achievement, right? A trophy for beating it. Maybe not a trophy necessary to get the platinum, but an optional one, like something that kind of rewards you, right, for actually doing it, and it doesn't. In fact, there are a lot of challenging modes. Some of them are called magic only, where you can only use magic. Other one is naked, when you cannot wear any armor, and so on and so forth. It actually has some cool challenges integrated into the game, but none of them have trophies. So what I'm left to believe now is like, why? I mean, I appreciate that they thought that we will like to do challenge runs, and it's true, because I'm probably going to do a soul level, I said soul, see, a salt level 1 challenging playthrough, all bosses. I'm probably going to do that in the future, but the thing is, and I'm probably going to do a permadeath as well, but the thing is, it's integrated into the game, not the soul level 1, but the permadeath, but it doesn't give you anything. At least give me items. You know what I mean? Like, reward me if it is in the game. Because imagine that you finish the game without dying, which at this point I don't think I have the ability to do that, because this is just my second playthrough. And it's raining super fucking hard. I'm sure you can hear it. I'm sorry. So imagine that you go through the game and you beat it, you actually beat it, and you go to Enchi Plus, which is Enchi Plus 1, whatever you want to call it, and you're still on the permadeath conditions. That means that if you're going to play Enchi Plus and you die, you're going to lose everything, all the character. Just reward the character at least. Like, give me a fucking shield, like that is called like the shield of the 10,000 voices, something weird, and you know, it's a blessed shield that actually regenerates your health when you are holding it, when you're blocking. And don't overpower the character. Don't do that. I mean, just give me 1 or 2 ticks of HP every second, like something minimal. But yeah, reward the player, like give, or a weapon, like give me a sword that is called, like, I don't know, the holy sword of the permadeath sunlight, the perma sunlight, right? So some fucking weird shit like that. And it's a sword that kills in 1 hit any enemy in the game except bosses. So that kinda is a cool reward. You know what I'm trying to say? Because the game acknowledges that you can go through the game without dying, so you don't actually need to go through the same perils with normal enemies with that new sword, but that new sword has no effect on bosses. So you have to leave, it's basically a boss run at that point, and it should be a boss run at Enchi Plus and forward. Even though there are some enemies that are really hard, but you can do a normal Enchi Plus and die with that. You know what I mean? Like, if you acknowledge the permadeath that is integrated into the game, right? And you can die as easily as missing a jump, or a boss fight that has like some pits that can actually hit you and throws you into the pit, because it's a platform with falling pits that can kill you, right? That you can fall, and that's kind of dangerous for a permadeath, and it's made more dangerous from a game that I don't think I can. I'm going to try to see how fast can I do this game in this walkthrough, now that I do know how to make it through the game, but it took me 20 hours the first time. And of course you're not gonna do a permadeath in the first time to play the game, of course not. But yeah, I'm just saying, just some reward. Just give me some reward, or just not do anything. Like not, just don't integrate it into the game. See, I have to do another thing here, another checkpoint. So don't give me anything if you don't want to. Don't integrate it into the game. But then I created myself, because you know, like I did with my permadeath runs. Like each time I die, then I just, you know, reset the whole thing over, and I'm done. But if you're going to integrate it, just give me some reward. If it's not gonna be a trophy, because I'm not really a trophy whore, and you can actually check that out now, because I've put my PSN profile on my YouTube page. You can send me a friend request as well on PS4 or PS3 if you want to. I accept all friend requests, unless it's a really weird one. Well, I generally accept them, but tell me which subscriber you are in the message, if you can, so I can actually know that you are a subscriber. So, but yeah, you're gonna notice that I have like 3 or 4 platinums, and they're basically Demon Souls, Dark Souls 1, Dark Souls 2, and Bloodborne. Unless I'm missing some platinum. I think I have a platinum of Uncharted, because if I'm not mistaken, when you finish Uncharted on PS3 on Crushing, it gave you the platinum, and I finished 2 of them. I didn't finish Deception, not because I didn't want to, just because I didn't do it. Because I don't give a fuck about platinums really, but I think I have like 4 or 5 or 3 or 4 platinums, and tons of fucking gold and silver ones, and the bronze ones, tons of them. But it's just, I play a lot of games and I don't give a fuck about platinum, so that's reality of it. But if you're not gonna give me a trophy, an optional one, right? Like in Ninja Gaiden. Like at least give me weapons, give me an armor that looks cool. At least give me a shield, give me a ring that does some weird shit, like a ring that allows me to fly. Right? Like, it sounds weird, but maybe it changes the entire perspective of the game, because suddenly you can reach some new areas that you couldn't reach before, and you can actually speed things up. So it actually changes the way that you play the game, right? I don't know. I talk a lot about this, almost this entire chapter. And it's just my way of seeing things. It's just how I would design a game if I would get the chance to design a game. I would really reward tough shit, because getting through the tough shit for yourself is already a reward, and that's basically the existence of my YouTube channel. Like, I do the things that I do because I like doing them, not because I expect rewards. But if I would design a game, I would reward the player who does something weird, like a soul level 1, a permadeath, who goes through the game 7 times. I will give the player something special on the 7th playthrough, like a new boss fight, some ultimate boss fight that is just the god of death, you know, or death himself, or something really cool to reward the player. So yeah, so as you can see, I just expunged another sanctuary, and I'm going to make my way into the Watching Woods. I think it's the next area. Yeah, it's the other way around, dude. I'm pretty sure that's the name. Or I'm not there yet. No, wait, I'm not there yet. I'm where the fuck am I actually? I am going to fight another boss fight here. Is it the Queen of Smiles? Oh, it's the Queen of Smiles. Yeah. We're gonna fight a boss fight that is called the Queen of Smiles, and she actually has a dangerous moveset. And I wanted to talk about the moveset of bosses because it's one of the things that I didn't like. Because I mentioned a lot of things that I liked about this game, and I didn't mention things that I didn't like. And you're immediately going to say, "What the fuck, dude? You always criticize things so heavily, and now you're just not." It's because I love the game, but yeah, the game has a lot of flaws, but I think one of the major flaws of the game is the way they design some of the bosses, some aspect of the bosses. I'm going to try to explain this very simple. The bosses have two faces, but they are not the two faces of a Bloodborne like Ludwig, you know, that in second phase it changes completely. It's not that. It's actually some tricky shit, and it feels cheap. This is the Queen of Smiles, by the way. And I think I'm going to die here in the first fight, just to show you some more of her moveset. And then the second fight is going to be edited, and it's going to be the win directly. So the thing with the bosses is that the first 50% of her health, or it, whatever it is, because there are a lot of its that you don't know what the fuck you're fighting, and it's just one moveset. You learn it and it's fine. You can learn to dodge it, or to shield from it, or to do whatever. No, it's just a moveset. The thing that fucks up the bosses is that when they hit 50% of their HP, sometimes even sooner than 50, they gain new combos to their moveset. It's not really that they change the moveset, it's just like they trick you. They were attacking with a combo that was going left because you were left, and then you roll to the other side of the boss, like I'm doing here, right? To punish the boss fight. And then suddenly in the second phase, the boss has a combo changer that, like, he can choose to change the combo and kinda put 2 moves or 3 moves plus in the combo, right? Like this attack. That's a new attack that she gains, and that's actually cool. It's a new attack. That's fine. I'm talking about another thing. I'm talking about adding RNG numbers to the second phase, because this is why it feels cheap and kinda tricky. The boss fight at the 50% threshold can choose to do sometimes the new moves, and sometimes it does the old ones. So that's where I think they fucked up, because a second phase within a boss fight is totally cool. No, I'm not gonna actually show you the death, I think. No, this is the win. Yeah. So a boss fight that changes moveset, and you have to adapt to a new moveset or a different moveset, but it's a constant new moveset and its second phase, is totally fine. It makes the boss fight more varied and more fun to learn, and I'm totally forward with that idea. I think a boss that never changes attacks or something like that is a really dull and boring boss. So totally forward on that idea. But if the new attacks that the bosses do are randomized, like if the boss fight feels about doing the new attack, or it just sticks to the old attack, and then in the next one it will do the new one and then the old one again, or it's fucking RNG. When it's fucking RNG past the 50% threshold, it feels fucking cheap. It feels just fucking cheap, guys, because at that point you cannot rely on RNG. Of course you can't. So you have to you have to actually never punish the same in the same way that you were punishing the first 50% of HP, even though sometimes you can, but you shouldn't do it anyway. You shouldn't do it anyway, because the guy can do new attacks whenever he feels like it. So I think that's really cheap. I think that shouldn't happen in the game. And we are almost at the end of the video, guys, and in the next chapter we're going to finally go to the Watching Woods, and we're going to continue this walkthrough. I hope you're enjoying it, and I'll see you guys in part 3. Take care.